guys and girls. Y'all wanna know what's better than having no radiator at all? Having one that looks like it has a fairly new cap.
Hey Mom, look, the boys are back in town.
And what I can only describe as, I don't know, a statue that's been sitting in the sun made of copper for 50 years inside of this thing. Yeah, I don't even know if this thing holds water. And if it does hold water, good. If it cools, that's another problem. So now, I believe we're gonna pull the water. I'm gonna pull the water neck off in this video. And I'll pull the bottom radiator hose off. And we're gonna flush this cooling system. We're gonna flush this block. I'm gonna spritz the radiator. See if I can get any sort of a tell if it's rusted on the inside or not. It looks pretty bad from the outside. I mean, I'll just show y'all. I mean, it doesn't look, you can see all that down there. It doesn't look great. I don't know if y'all can see anything or not. Down inside, if you can see, probably not. So, let's pull this water neck off because I don't want to start this thing with it all crusty like it is. So we're gonna pull this thing off and try to get it somewhat cleaned up and see what happens. All right, guys, so we're gonna be kind of doing this video a little bit different. I'm gonna kind of cut back on the time lapses here and kind of show y'all some of the processes and then just how long it does take in some situations to do this stuff. So pretty sure this is a 9/16. It looks pretty darn close to it. Oh, it's not. It's 14 millimeter. Give me 1 second. Actually, brings his tools with him. All right, is it a 14? Please be a 14. So 13. Maybe a half inch. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out if this thing is more metric or more standard. It's a half inch. Should have known that. All right, let's see. He's gonna come loose here. Oh, like a tree. How about this one? Oh yeah. Was not expecting those to break so easily. There we go. Oh, that's crusty, guys. That is real crusty. Come on. There she is. Uno. Y dos. All right. No carburetor. Little bit of funk in there. Nothing too out of the ordinary for a truck this old. Thermostat. Oh, it's not stuck. At least it's not stuck open. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough balls to push this thing. Oh, look at that. She is free as a whistle. That's good. What do we got? Wow. Actually, I don't like the way that looks. But let's it looks a little saucy in here, I'm not gonna lie. But one thing about it, the oil isn't milky, so I'm not worried about a head gasket. But that looks like a little bit of dairy. Okay, so that's good. Let's get down here and undo this bottom radiator hose, and then I'm gonna go get a water hose and probably just blast the ever-living crap out of this block and see what kind of goodness comes out. There's a wasp. He does not look happy. Anyways, put this out of the way. We don't need it anymore. Yeah, let's go get the bottom hose off. changed my mind. Before we do that, I'm gonna put some water in here. Just see what happens. All right. So let's see if I can do this without spilling it over. How much am I spilling? All of it. That really doesn't fare well for us figuring out if we have any leaks or not. Well, it definitely isn't leaking so far. Let's see if we can top her on off. See how much more I can spill. Open up this breather a little bit. Well, we seem to be pouring out of the top. Which is interesting because we're nowhere near the top. Oh, just burped. Sure, this is what y'all want to see. Me taking 35 minutes to pour a whole bunch of water into a radiator that may or may not work. She's slurping her up. I think we're getting close. Oh yeah, we have filled the block up. There it is. Okay, so the block is full. That's good. Let's go a little, maybe a little too full. We'll let that drain. It'll be okay. So, block's filled up, straight up water. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's I don't know where I want to take this thing loose from. Like I'll let that sit there. Let that water work in. I don't know when the last time this thing had coolant ran through it was, but there's no telling really. Get this back in. I am the worst about misplacing bolts. Oh, there's a little something floating in there. Who knows? It's probably a piece of a squirrel. All right, let me let that sit and I'll get back with y'all in just a minute. All right, let's pop this old radiator hose off. I don't know if y'all can see anything or not. That's good. Since I'm guessing. Oh my God, oh. Was there two? That's weird. That's blood. One of those wasn't even on there. So that's always fun. Oh, what a beauty. Can't even freaking, oh my God, I'm caught. Damn thing off. You know, that kind of looks like it has coolant in it. Harbor Freight drain pan. Yeah, there was definitely something other than water in this. It wasn't oil. That's good. But that's gross. That is absolutely foul. All right, what do we got here? Oh, a free bulb. That's good. That's what you want. This doesn't look bad, but needs to be cleaned. Needs to be cleaned. Let me see what happens. Well, it's better than it was. I realized what I forgot to buy on my parts run this morning. Carb cleaner. That's probably good for it. That is absolutely foul right there. But we'll leave it. Okay. You want to see this water? That's what was in my engine. It's quite gross. Put this back up over there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more water to the radiator. So I went ahead and put the radiator back together because honestly, the little debris and stuff that are floating in there is just from the bottom of the bucket. The coolant doesn't look bad. It looks actually pretty good. It's been diluted like crazy because obviously I just poured 5 gallons of water into it. But everything's tied back together. I'm assuming the water pump is working. We'll see. I mean, this thing has drove recently. And I think I know what this bolt goes to. Hopefully this is what it goes to. Okay, well there's one. Now, I just gotta find the other one because our new fuel pump's here. New fuel pump has arrived. The cooling system seems to be in pretty good shape. I was worried when I looked in the radiator and there was no coolant in there, but seeing the coolant in the bucket means there was coolant in there. The oil's fine, so it's not there's no head gasket issues. Might be some blow by. I have yet to pull the plugs. Might be some issues lurking that we don't see yet, but you know, these wires don't look that old, so they're not all crusty, and the spark plugs look pretty new. So does that distributor cap. So that's the cooling system for right now. Probably throw a thermostat in it eventually. But yeah, that's the extent of this video. Cooling system on this truck's very easy. There's no real switches. There's I believe this is a temperature. No, that's a vacuum one. Apparently there's oh, you can get a digital one for this to tell you your temperature. But anyways, we are gonna wrap it up for the day, pack it in, try to beat this storm, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.